What's going on, guys? Manny Jr. back again with another quick video about my trips. This time I'm gonna be talking about Bali, Indonesia. Absolutely beautiful place, and I was looking forward to go to Bali for a very long time. So after I left Thailand, I went straight to Bali, and I had a couple of friends that were waiting for me there to meet up. I was gonna do some yoga with them and go to a couple of different yoga studios. So it was really fun. The only thing I would say that happened was when I arrived, it was late. It was like 11:30 p.m. I arrived in Bali, and then I ordered the Bolt taxi. They picked me up, and I gave them the address of the Airbnb, so they, it was probably, maybe 30 minute drive, I think. No, I don't remember, something like that. And then by the time we got there, it was already midnight. So we got there was not a lot of people in the streets. And then he dropped me off, and I'm walking around and looking for the address on my phone. It was an Airbnb, so I had, I'm following this directions, and I'm going back and forth looking for the number, and I couldn't find the number. I couldn't find the freaking number. And then I kept asking a couple of people, but it was weird because it was late. And then they were sending me over there, they were sending me over here. I think it's over here, I think it's behind this, because sometimes I think Bali, they're building a lot of this new houses or Airbnbs for tourists. So there was a lot of construction around, and I couldn't find the place. And then I sent a message to the Airbnb people that didn't reply. And then I finally found someone that told me that building, it didn't exist anymore, or that particular little rooms that they were renting for people. So I think like a year, like it has been a year since that place was not renting to anybody. Like it didn't exist anymore. They demolished a lot of the things that they had there. So what they were doing is, apparently a lot of these Airbnb people are kind of doing scamming, like with Airbnbs, but they were working on stopping these people from doing that. But that was the first time that happened to me, because I booked that location like 4 months before I arrived, because I scheduled everything with time, so I didn't have to worry about it. But other than that, that was the only thing. So obviously I didn't have a room, so I kept walking towards the beach, and I found this hotel, and I just walked into the hotel and told them what happened. Like, hey, I rented this Airbnb, but the room don't exist anymore, and I'm looking for a room to rent. So it was a pretty nice hotel, pretty cheap, and I ended up renting that hotel for 4 days. I stayed there, and then I visited obviously Kuta. I went to Canggu, Seminyak. I then went to Ubud. I spent a couple of days in Ubud because I had a couple of friends there. I stayed in Ubud, beautiful place, unbelievable. And then I also drove all the way to the Gate to Heaven, I think it's called, to take a picture. And I waited. Well, the drive from Ubud to that temple was about 3 hours with traffic. And man, driving in Bali is crazy. Driving in Bali is a mission. And I was so careful because the streets are so small, and they have like this concrete posts, like around the streets, so it's very hard to maneuver sometimes. And I was trying to be very careful because I didn't want to crash this rental, and had to spend money on these things. So it was definitely a little stressful to get there. Yeah, so once I got there, um, I had to wait for like 4 hours. The line, that's how long the line was to wait for a picture. So it was so packed of tourists. So these are touristy places that I went because this is the first time I went to Bali, so I wanted to see all these places. But it was fun. I had a great time, and then obviously I had to drive back. That was like almost 3 hours as well. So I spent the whole day there just doing that, and then I went back to Ubud. And went out at night, and Ubud is very busy, you know, and even at night, you know, there's a lot of restaurants and places to eat and a lot of people walking around, and you talk to a lot of people. So it was really fun, really nice place. And I went to a couple temples. I went to the monkey forest. I went to to a lot of places in Bali. And then after those couple of days in Ubud, I drove back and stayed in Kuta for my last couple of days before I left. But in general, I had a great time in Bali. I love Bali, and hopefully I can go back again soon to stay a little longer and do some yoga as well over there, because they have some great studios, man, and the ambience and just the energy is so amazing there. So spiritual. People are very kind, very nice. That was my experience, at least. You know, I had a great time with people in Bali, and yeah, so it was great. Amazing. Bali, Indonesia. So I say hi to everybody over there, friends that I met and people that I've met. I'll be back for sure. So that's it, guys. Quick video about Bali. All but positive vibes over there. So, and it's busy. Don't get me wrong. There's so many people, and depending on where you are. So, like Canggu is so busy, and Seminyak is so busy. So many motorcycles and vehicles and cars, and the streets are very small. But if you plan it, if you plan your trip and do your research to work to stay, and stuff like that, and you make a plan, an itinerary, you know, you'll have a good time, because it's definitely a beautiful place, and there's a lot of things to see as well. Great food, very cheap. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching this quick video. I hope you liking this little stories, and I'm gonna be doing my next one in the next couple days. So on to the next one, guys. Thank you. See you guys later.